Hey peers, welcome back to my channel. I am here after so many days with a new video, and this video will be all about tenses. After this video there will be around 7 to 8 videos which will come on my channel, and those video will also cover the topic of tenses only. As you know that there are many types of tenses, so we need to discover and so we need to understand all of them. So there will be many videos after it. I have a suggestion for all of you before starting the main video, which is never use notes or write anything in your notebook about tenses, just because when you write and when you make notes of tenses, it becomes your habit. You are more into learning the things, you are more into learn the tenses. In tense there is nothing about learning, you just need to understand it. Yeah, so what you can do is, whatsoever I say, you just need to keep that in mind and remember it. It will help you a lot. But don't write anything in your notebook. Now the question which will be there in your mind is that what is tense? Tense is something which makes us aware of the time. Yeah, tense tells us about the time. Even tense can change the complete meaning of sentence in English as well as in Hindi. In Hindi we have kal. I will give you an example through which you can understand that how tense can change the complete meaning of sentence. First example is, I did this work. Second one, I am doing this work. Third one, I will do this work. If you have, for example, if you have done it earlier and you are saying I will do it, or you are saying I am doing it, then the other person who had set a time limit for you, that person will scold you that he has asked you to complete that work before, and you are saying that you will do it after, and you are saying that you will do it after, or you are doing it right now. So it changes the complete meaning of sentence, right? So we need to take care of tenses very much. Now I'm going to start it. There are 3 types of tenses, and all the 3 parts have their subparts. The 3 main parts of tenses are past tense, present tense, and future tense, which you must have heard before. The past tense tells us about the things which has happened in the past. The present tense tells us about the things which are happening right now at the moment. And the future tense tells us about the things which will happen in the next moment, or which will happen in future. As clear as that, past tense tells us about the things which happened in past. Present tense tells about present. Future tense tells about future. Okay? And now in all these 3 types of tenses, there are common 4 subparts, which are simple tense, continuous tense, perfect tense, perfect continuous tense. For an example, if I talk about present tense, then its subparts are present simple, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. As you can see that the subparts are same for all the tenses, but the tense matters here. As you can see that the subparts for all the tenses are same. What matters is what kind of tense it is, whether it is past, present, or future. That's the thing which matters the most. So in today's video we will talk about simple present tense. For all of the tenses, I can calculate that the total number of tenses are 12. So in all of the 12 tenses, there are particular formulas for it. And for simple present tense we have the formula subject plus verb's first form plus s or es plus object. It is simple present tense formula through which you can understand, or through which you can make sentences in present simple. Okay, subject plus verb's first form plus s or es plus object. Now you will say that now you all will say that I am telling you all formula and also telling to not to write it. Yes, you should not write it. You should keep that in mind and remember it again and again. If you practice sentences then it will help you a lot. There will be no need to remind the formulas again. As per this formula, you can see that there comes s or es after verb's first form, right? Now there is a rule of it that where you have to use s or es and where you don't have to use it, right? So if your subject is singular, then you have to use s or es with it. And now I told you already, singular subjects are he, she, it, anybody's name, but it should be one, right? So if your subject is he, she, it, or anyone's name, but only one, then you will go with s or es with verb's first form. Like go will turn into goes, okay? Like goes, writes, takes, helps, right? Help, helps, take, takes. So it will change like that. Now let's practice few example of this tense. And the example which I will share right now is affirmative sentence, in which we talk about the simplest sentence, which means that there will be no usage of no and there will be no question. It will be very simple sentence, right? Or you can say positive sentence. In the sentence is Devin works very hard. Devin works very hard. Now, what is Devin? Subject. As per the rule, subject will come first, then verb's first form plus s or es. Devin works very hard. Now you can see Devin is subject, work is verb, and what I have spoken, works. Just because Devin is singular, so work became works. Devin works very hard, and very hard is object. I hope that it is clear to all of you. If I say Devin and Mary work very hard, isn't it correct? It is correct actually, just because Devin and Mary came here. There are two subjects, there are two names, which makes it plural. So I'm not going to use s with work. It will be Devin and Mary work very hard. Okay. Now for negative sentence. I will give you example of negative sentence in simple present tense, and we also have formula for it, but it would be really great that if you remember by the examples. The formula for negative sentence of simple present tense is subject plus do not or does not plus verb's first form plus object, okay? And here we use do not with all the plural subjects and does not with all the singular subjects. Now I will give you example of it. I will take that example only, Devin and Mary one, okay? Singular plural. Devin does not work very hard. Devin does not work very hard. Yeah, why I have said this? Just because Devin is subject as per the rule, and after that does not has come here just because Devin is singular subject. Devin does not work, verb's first form will be here, so work is here. Very hard is object. Devin does not work very hard. Okay, if it will be Devin and Mary, then what will change? Only does not will change, and it will turn into do not. Devin and Mary do not work very hard. Okay, there is difference of does not and do not only. I hope you understood it. Now the last but not the least, interrogative sentences of simple present tense, and the formula for this tense is do or does plus subject plus verb's first form plus object and plus the most important thing, question mark. I have seen many students and I have checked many students' notebook that they write all the sentence very correctly, but at the end they don't put the question mark, which is completely incorrect. If you're writing interrogative sentence, then it is mandatory to put question mark at the end. If you don't put it, then it is not interrogative. Okay, now the formula for this sentence in simple present tense is does Devin work very hard? Here I am asking, does is come here, does has come here, just because Devin is singular subject, so it will be like that. Does Devin work very hard? And the next sentence will be do Devin and Mary work very hard? so it will be interrogative sentence. I hope you understood it very well. If you have any doubt or any queries, then you can comment. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video.